Hello, welcome to another video. We're now on day 27 of Gobtober. Whoa, so close to the end now. And I am tired, so I will be a little bit relieved. Right, we got our prompt list, we got our dice. Let's see what we get for the map today. 75, Sobbing Wall. Okay, this is a curious one. So yeah, I'm always reminded whenever I think of a wall with any kind of personality, which to be fair I don't think about very often, I'm always reminded of a kids show called Nightmare. And quite often it was like a weird game show with a kid with a bucket on his head and a bunch of other kids guiding him through this kind of very bad visual effects, developing this kind of virtual reality type thing. It was in the 80s, so you know. But it was great fun, but quite often they'd come against a wall that would kind of ask them a riddle or something like that. So this is sort of my homage to Nightmare. If you've never heard of it, look it up because it is really good fun. And yeah, bizarrely, when we were at the Games Expo the last 2 years, we watched Nightmare Live, which is kind of a bit like that play where everything goes wrong, but oh, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, so highly recommend that. Right, the actual drawing, I should talk about the drawing. I kind of wanted to do the face, but I kind of wanted it to not really be super visible against the brickwork. So if you know it's there, which you people will know because you've watched this, then you'll know there's a face there. If not, I wanted it to be quite difficult to kind of see, and the sobbing, I think I'm probably going to colour in like it's blood. And I think this is a nice kind of bookend for this kind of row. It's always a bit intimidating starting a new row, and yeah, sort of hides things nicely. It gives me a good opportunity to do kind of some shading because I've kind of covered that kind of side in shadow rather than like the walls of the burrow on the other side. So it kind of gets things in nicely. And I'm starting to feel a bit of a sense of achievement because I get to colour in all this area kind of black now, and I'm kind of starting to see how this is going to look as a finished map, which is cool, you know. So yeah, that's today's map thing. Let's see what Gobtober is going to hold for us. So today's prompt is pest. Okay, well, I remember very clearly what I did for this one last year because I thought I'd pushed things quite a long way, and actually I really like this guy. This was a contender for one of my favourites last year. But I don't think I can improve on him using that idea of a goblin crossed with an irritating fly. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I had this idea of, and you'll see it quite obviously with the fat skeleton here, of a goblin bat. And I kind of imagine, I don't know if you've ever had a bat stuck in your house before. They are definitely a pest. They are quite annoying. And they make the weirdest noises. But I kind of like this idea of this bat goblin thing that would kind of steal things off them and screech really loudly like it was. And I always imagine bats to be somewhat insane, you know. They are quite insane looking, so I really wanted to get this thing to be more bat than goblin, I suppose. And that idea that it's kind of got swords strapped to him because he's nicked them off a bunch of goblins probably camping in a cave somewhere. I thought it was quite amusing. It was amusing to me. And that's sort of my criteria when I'm doing these things. I do these drawings, tend to do them the first thing I do when I start work, so normally about 8 a.m. So I'm still kind of waking up. I've probably halfway through my first cup of tea, so it doesn't take much to amuse me at that time of the morning. So yeah, that's where we came with this. But bats and bat-like things, they're really quite fun to draw. They have the weirdest features, or certainly the way I do them. And I've kind of accentuated this guy's features to make him look more insane. They have that kind of big nose, and I've given him kind of wild eyes, and I love the way the ears kind of stick up on the top of the head. So pretty pleased with him. And a bit of drool. You've got to have a bit of drool. That kind of really sells the manic nature of this creature. Still feel like he fits in with the other goblins that I've done, so he kind of works in that regard. And yeah, I think I like this guy. He's worked out pretty well. When I do the hands, which you'll see now, I really want to make them read as hands. Like if you ever look at a bat's wing, they do have kind of fingers with this skin in between. And I really wanted to kind of make a big thing about that, because it's something that's kind of weird and kind of creepy. I like that he probably couldn't really hold things with those hands, or if he could, it wouldn't be easy. Their main purpose is flying, and he kind of grabs most things with his feet. And sort of just getting this kind of line-like texture in the wings, just to make it feel like it's not just blank space, and it's got like kind of made of like a sinewy kind of material that's maybe a bit flexible. Yeah, pretty pleased with the way this turned out. When you're doing this kind of thing, quite often the first lot you do maybe doesn't look right, and you have to do kind of a lot of it to make it kind of work. If this was a more involved drawing, I would develop that texture so it would be kind of much more all over the thing rather than with blank gaps. But I think for the nature of these drawings, it kind of works pretty well. I did the thing I always do, which is I don't plan the size of the piece of paper that I'm working on. So one of his wings ended up being cut a bit short, but I think it works okay. I'm quite happy with it, but it's one of those, that's the nature of this project. Not everything's going to work the way you think it does, you know. And I'm trying to be as honest as possible with these things and literally just record each drawing as they come. And I think I've done that so far. I think I have been very, very honest in what I'm doing. Again, loving all your drawings. They're fantastic. I was looking at some of the gross prompts the other day, and they were just brilliant. Absolutely loved them. Lots of snot. Everybody went for snot, which was good. So yeah, please keep tagging and sharing me on your stuff on Instagram. Really enjoy it. If you want to get on board for the last few days of Gobtober, the prompts are on the website, as are all sorts of other map prompts and all sorts of stuff, so head over there and have a look. Also, if you want to buy any of these drawings, they are for sale, and I'm pretty sure I can ship them just about anywhere, so yeah, have a look over there, and if anything tickles your fancy, go for it. Right, big fat smelly pen's out, which must mean we are getting close to the end now, which is good. Because I feel like I spent quite a while on this one, actually. It might have been the one I spent the most time on, and I think it was all those little marks that did it. But yeah, quite happy with him. I feel like he's different from last year, and yeah, I just think a weird bat goblin, it's not something you see every day, so kind of nice to do something a bit different. So yeah, there we go. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, subscribe, share, all that YouTube stuff. Big thanks to my patrons, and as always folks, I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Bye now.